Hi Aquarius, this is going to be your art channeled message. I channel messages through art, creativity. I really hope my messages inspire you to see the art within yourself, within your journey, within everything around you, because we all start from zero, which is just a blank canvas, trying to introduce something new, something fresh. I don't consider myself a part of any community. This is an art channel with everything magical in between. So, if you'd like a personal reading, I even have it listed in the community tab. All of that is down below. It's either channeled art or tarot reading of your choice, question, love, career. I try to have two options to meet people's affordable needs, to have it like customized, because everyone has different needs, like I said. But lastly, before I get into it, there's no rules here. You can binge watch them, watch if they're suggested, share them, because they're all timeless. What's special about my art or my messages, and it's like, what am I trying to say without actually saying it? Like, I'll speak in metaphors, speak in an art form. It's like one big optical illusion. It's the overall message or the structured aspect, but what's going on underneath? Because sometimes I start art and it's like my hand literally guides me or everything connects without me trying to. So keep that in mind. Okay, Aquarius. What I started drawing for you was a shoe that looks like it's tight or barely fits. I literally heard the phrase, "If the shoe fits, wear it." If the shoe fits often alludes to a general statement being made, and then it turns into, "Are you talking about me?" Only if the shoe fits, only if you subconsciously know you fit into that percentage or category. Could also be a sassy phrase, but I'm kind of seeing this as sassy and also very serious. It's like social media. Often things are very broad or off the top of the head, but do people insert themselves and get offended? Yes, all the time. What would social media be without that? I'm getting Aquarius. You're going to notice people telling on themselves a lot, and it's crucial you pay attention. It's like listening to one speak and being able to identify their projections, no matter what point of view they're saying it in. I'm even getting the scenario of you making general/harmless statements, and then you get shocking reactions as a result. I'm also getting the scenario of how either men or women, doesn't matter, talk about their abuser or what happened to them at the hands of one woman or one man, not all. And then here you have someone jumping in like, but not all men, not all women, not all blank. But what's actually going on is they're subconsciously identifying with it. They're most likely an abuser as well. Otherwise, they would have actually been supportive. They feel like they're being attacked for what they are. Otherwise, they'd look at it as separate or singular. That has nothing to do with me, but I still think that's a shitty thing that happened to them, so I'm going to support. So it's never really like that. This can go with various subjects like racism, sexism, etc. It's like not everyone is racist, but no one said that. You shouldn't feel offended if you're not that, or that bad term. Lastly, with the art theme here, I'm actually seeing the process of trying on shoes or finding the perfect pair. You know, within the first 30 seconds, if they don't fit, aka you know when to brush off a statement and then move on / identify with what really fits or who you actually are. I'm even seeing in a positive spin, Aquarius, you're learning how to do that. You're able to see things singular, blah. I hate words where I get like jumbled. It's like in a singular way rather than to either extreme. And I think that's wonderful. I'm also getting beware of those that only pick at you or comment when they disagree with you. It's very telling. It's like if things are silent, only when it turns into a debate, that's a little off. Because once again, it's that insertion. And a great example of not having bias and looking at things as separate would be, let's say someone has a problem with a certain person of a gender, but then someone else attributes it to, it's not all of us, but that wasn't said in the beginning. Or I guess an occupation, there could be bias. Like if someone has a bad experience with something you're familiar with, a normal person, or you, Aquarius, I'm saying, would go, even though I'm a little offended because that's not what I would ever do, I'm not going to include myself in that statement because that's not me. Even though they're talking about someone that's in the same occupation. So, if the shoe fits, wear it. Very sassy, but I feel like I deconstructed it in a very different manner. Let's see. I don't even think I need to get many cards because we're already that far into the reading. This happens a lot. Or the art I channel sort of like speaks for itself. I'm seeing the Knight of Wands as like argumentative. Didn't I say like those rushing in just to disagree or rushing in to insert themselves into a percentage or category without anyone having to ask? I'm seeing there's that telling on the self energy. No one said that. Or no one was inferring that. But it's like they're the confirmation. It's like making a broad statement and they're making it not so broad. Even getting heated, like heated arguments or just a heated delivery. I also feel highly drawn to, that little, that foot piece with the horse. If it's not on the right way, it could put you in danger. It could also put the horse in danger. So if the shoe fits, it looks like it does, but at the same time, it doesn't. That's not me, but the shoe fits. It's kind of like I'm literally seeing the scenario too of someone once more trying on shoes, walking around in them. You walk around to test them, to fit them in. And it's like someone running around with them. It's like, these don't fit. No, these do not fit. I refuse for them to fit. Oh my god, we have Knight of Swords. I was actually thinking of this with this. I'm getting there's a need for you to Aquarius. This is even you, your element. There's a need for you not to. And I think it was either Leo or Sagittarius, I mentioned something about censorship, feeling the need to censor yourself. I'm seeing this is all about censoring speech. It's like, oh my god, if I make a broad statement or if this is just at the top of my head, I just know someone's going to insert themselves or make it about them. There's a need for you not to worry about that because people could even get offended if you say, I don't like a certain food. That's how random it could be. That's how like sporadic it can be. So it really doesn't matter. Two of Cups. I'm seeing that as in agreement. There's people that disagree with you, but there's also people that agree. I'm getting synonymous, a synonymous statement. I've been getting the energy of like quietly agreeing with someone. So there's people in the background that low-key agree, but it might be controversial. So they'll like it or maybe share it. They just won't say anything. Reminds me of that a lot. Seeing this as conflicting areas of interest. Yeah, wrap this up with a Bob Ross card. Meaning getting attraction. Finding the truth attractive. Like feeling pulled to it. Because you're not the only one that thinks that way. Some people can see it as separate from themselves. Or they get offended because they what? They are that. Wow. It's like if the shoe fits. Let's get some advice or Bob Ross. Oh, we have 2, 3. I'll just take them all. Now then, let's wash the old brush. That's the fun part of this whole technique. Okay, shake off the excess and just beat the devil out of it. Literally seeing that as beat the devil out of it, something being worn down, like if you wear shoes so much, or you wear your favorite shoes so much that it's worn down, or it's worn out. You know, worn out is a phrase to say like, okay, wrap it up. This is getting old. If you're getting this alludes to like releasing yourself from a certain percentage, not identifying with anything, being open-minded. Use absolutely no pressure, just like an angel's wing. Same thing. Every painting is going to be different, and that's what makes it great. All of us are different, complex individuals. So one story does not mean everybody. And if that is what someone thinks, or even what you think, it's very telling of what you truly believe about yourself on the inside. We naturally gravitate to those or defend those and with the same morals, mindsets, and backgrounds, or even the same actions. It's just an example, but like, why would someone that claims they're not an abuser, not all of us, why would they feel the need to defend an abuser when they don't even know the situation? Wouldn't they be glad someone is speaking their truth? Just like they are? Okay, Aquarius, I just finished like your reading, and this is usually the conclusion or the bigger picture of the canvas even more. So, I was sort of meditating, wrapping up, and I was getting if the shoe fits as in Cinderella. Not only does that term apply to when people try to put themselves in the percentage of a bad statement or something that's inferring something bad, but remember in Cinderella, the people that were trying so hard to fit into the slipper were the ones that were desperate. It's like, I want so bad to be with the prince, or I want so bad to be like this person. I want so bad to be seen in this way. But the one who wasn't trying to fit into the shoe actually got away. They were off into the distance a little bit. It's like, we are the same, or I am the princess. Trying to fit into the role of a princess or be something they are not. Be somewhere they don't fit into. And oftentimes that can be just as destructive, because that's not how you form, that's not only how you see something from a singular perspective, but it's also not how you stand out But there's a reason this Two of Cups is here. For sure. It's like rushing in, trying so hard, applying so much pressure that it comes off as fake and forced. You never want to force yourself into another person's, literally, Cinderella shoes. Not to mention, I got some of these out to emulate how the reading or the spread was. Not to mention, I'm seeing the Five of Cups as a deep sense of shame. And what was next to the Queen of Swords? Speaking up, defending oneself. That's not me. I'm not a part of that. But what was underneath the Queen? Relation. Okay. Aquarius. That's the end of this art channeled message. Please like, subscribe, support the channel in any way you can. I'd really, really, really appreciate it. And I love you guys so much. Keep being you. Literally.